You know, I did a post about questions that people ask us about living in the truck. Go and catch that one on our page if you haven't seen it, because I'm not going to list them again. And somebody said, yeah, you know, people ask us if we're cold in the truck, and I agreed. Yeah, people do ask us if we're cold in the truck, and we're not. But then yesterday something happened, and my husband was talking to a couple who are living in a caravan just on the other side of the hedge from us. And he was out there for about 20 minutes talking to them, which is very unusual because not only is he known as he who shall not be seen, he's probably also known as he who shall not talk to you. But anyway, he was out there for about 20 minutes. When he came back in, he said, I can't remember how the conversation went exactly. I'm going to have to ask him what they exactly said, because some of you might have an opinion on the comments that they made. But they were just so negative, and we've never actually met anybody who's negative about the truck. Not necessarily about the truck itself, but maybe more about our choice of vehicle to live in. They're living in their caravan. They've lived in it for about a year, so they said. And they were just really negative about, well, you won't be able to go places, all the problems that we would find if we went to Europe, just loads of stuff. I'm going to get him to tell me what they were, because I do think that some other people on here might be able to add to what they said in a different way, because we haven't got any experience of going to Europe or anything like that. We certainly have only just lived in the truck for a short amount of time. So everybody's opinion is valued and everybody's opinion is valid. But don't you find that some people are just so negative? Really negative, like life draining. Feel the soul come out of your body, because they just see a problem. Everywhere there's a problem. This is a problem. This is a problem. They're not solution people. What's the solution then? If that's the problem, what's the solution? What's your answer to that? They didn't really have any solutions to the problems. They just had a list of negativity and issues with taking the truck anywhere, really, I think. Yeah, I'm just interested to know if anybody else has been like that with you. I know our truck is really big. We know it's really big. We know it's got its limitations. We know there's going to be places we can't go. We made a conscious decision that if we were living in it, we were going to go as big as we could. We didn't do this on impulse. And everyone's entitled to their opinion. But I'm just interested to know if anybody else has come across such negativity. And they were very polite with it, I think. I don't think he didn't come back offended. But I just said, how strange that somebody was so negative about what we're doing. And the only other thing I can equate it to was we had an electrician came to our house a while ago to do a job. And he spent an hour going around the house tutting and sighing and writing notes in his notebook. And I actually thought, the house is going to burn down. This is so bad. The house is going to burn down. And then when I actually pinned him down in the end, I couldn't stand it any longer. I said, what are all these problems that you're coming up with? You're tutting and sighing and writing in your notebook. Are there any solutions to these problems? It was an old house. Do you know what I mean? You expect the electrics to be a little bit old. And there were solutions. There were solutions to all the problems. And in the end, we didn't go with him because I couldn't face another day of soul-draining, life-draining negativity. While he did the problems, we actually got somebody else to do the work. So it didn't really pay off for him in the end. But yeah, I'm going to try and find out what these things were that this couple thought were issues that we were going to have. And I'll see if anybody else on here has any thoughts on what they had to say. And yeah, so love you, bye.